As disaster impacts are often manifested through flooding or drought, water management plays an important role in building resilience. At the times of disasters, availability of potable drinking water quickly becomes a major concern for relief efforts, both from the perspective of life requirement and from concern over potential spread of waterborne disease from contaminated water supply. Therefore, communities that have water sources that are resistant to disasters suffer fewer negative consequences from floods and drought and are able to recover more quickly. Now on this documentary, I'll be following up two particular issues. One of them is sand dam rainwater harvesting. This is a mechanism or a structure that allows people to access potable water, that's drinking potable water when flooding or drought hit those particular areas. And another one, I'll be following up on the dike. This is a mechanism in DRR or disaster risk reduction that prevents water from flooding to areas where people reside. Malawi government, through various partners in disaster risk reduction working in Nsanje, the southern district of Malawi, is implementing several interventions in order to build resilience among the people living in this district. This is Merise, who is married to Tokozani Limited and together have 6 children, and 2 of them were born with albinism. Despite support from community, the family continually lives in constant fear considering increased incidences in Malawi of abduction and harvesting bones of people with albinism. For the domestic water usage, Melissa just resorts to get it from this particular borehole, which serves a population of about 3,200, in spite the borehole producing water with high levels of salinity.
Ndieno nkhawa imene iliko kwathu kuno makamaka kunkhani ya madzi okumwa. Zitsime zimene tinazo Nsanje. Komanso no madzi amene abwino kuti tithe kuwapeza timapita ku Nsanje. Ndi ku Nsanje konso pali mtunda otale kuti tikafike ku Nsanje. Ndo ndikamanyamuka ine ndi abambo kupita ku Nsanje kukatunga madzi okumwa. Anawa tikamasiya okha pa khomo pano. Timakhala ndi nkhawa malingana ndi dziko la Malawi imene likuyendera masiku ano ndi anthu aja bwino. Ndeni mathaukhani kuti pamene ndichoka kuno kupita ku Nsanje kukafuna madzi okumwa kuti ndikabwera kumudzi ndikapeza kuti kuli bwino ana nkapeza kuti ndosamalika maona sono.
For this family, disaster and risk and reduction, or DRR, is not only about climate change or environment. It's about safety, security of their children. Churches and Relief in Action Development Card through ACT Alliance has just completed the construction of a sand dam on a Tangazi River as rainwater harvesting technology. This is a simple solution to increase the retention of water, collection and storage, or retention in the soil and ground received during the rainy periods to be used during the non-rainy periods for both domestic and irrigation purposes.
In terms of DRR, this sand dam is meant to provide water to dry land areas. So here you cannot spare off disasters. They usually have disasters each and every year. So this sand dam traps water for all year round. So it means they will have potable water for drinking, and they will have also irrigation scheme, which can help them to have food security even in terms of disasters, in line with disasters. So it's for disaster reduction as well.
When complete next year and this sand dam is filled with sand and is properly working, will provide piped water system closer to households who have members with disabilities like that of Mr. and Mrs. Limited.
Ndi madzi metu kumwa mine titsime tukutunga ndi anchere ndi katunge ozizira ndi amene tikumwasa pamodzi ndi ng'ombe. Ndiye kubwera kwa bunge akadi ndi sand drum ife tiokonda kwambiri kuno kwa Fumudzo ndola kodi umphawi uchepa kwambiri monga inenso ndi ana otetezedwa. Chifukwa tikamapita kutali chonchi ana timakhala okayikira mtima kuti zikhala bwanyi mbuyo. Ndiye kubwera kwa bunge akadi ayi tiosangala kwambiri tiokonda mtima mukoti madzi amene akukokera kufika makomo athu ayi tikhaonyalira kwambiri.
Another area where sand dam as a tool for rainwater harvesting is in perfect use is here at Namiara River in Nsanje. Due to scarcity of potable water, waterborne diseases in this area become rampant, more especially during rainy season, and the construction of this mechanism directly speaks to the disaster risk reduction intervention.
In terms of DRR, I would say it will help in several ways. Firstly, where there is a sand dam, you always have trees that are growing well. So in terms of natural resources management, where there is a sand dam, there is always water filtrating inside. And again, where there is an outbreak of waterborne diseases, it means the area is in disaster. So this potable water will also assist in the reduction of waterborne diseases such as cholera, dysentery, and all that is there.
Another important disaster risk reduction tool which has been constructed here in Nsanje are two dikes along Nsanje River in Chikwawa village. Emmanuel shows me that houses in this area used to be washed away every rainy season from water flooding on either side of the river. But now people are relocating from other areas to restart building their houses, and that has also created another problem of land stress. However, he thanks government for this timely intervention.
Kubera kwa Dykes imene ilipo yaonetsabe kuti yathandizabe chifukwa kumalo amene kwekudwa Dykes kuno kumbuyomo kunalibe manyumba yayi, koma pakali pano kuli manyumba. Ndetu kuonabe kuti zaka zimene zamangidwa Dykes ndi manyumba amene sakubweranso kokuno akutha kukhala bwinobwino kusiyana ndi amene analili mbuyomo, kuti madzi amene amasefukira mbali yako kuno sakufikanso yayi, akukanga ndi akumaloserabe kumapita madera ena operewera Dykes yo mudzathu omwe uno wachikunkhuwa.
His wife, Edes, also confirms that with construction of these dikes, many lives have been protected and livelihoods of people in this village have improved since they are able to properly implement their developmental plans.
Anthu ambiri uku aonongeka ambiri, anzathu aku aonongeka ambiri, koma kuno sana patuke ife tathokoza kuti kuno sana patuke adakhaladzera ndi apa patukiratu anthu onse. Mana tikuthokoza kuti Dykes yagwira ntchito kwambiri.
Nsanje District Council Disaster Risk and Reduction Desk Officer Patrick Spooney says few interventions on disaster risk reduction have proved life-saving indeed, considering annual disasters in form of flooding and drought that usually occur in the district.
With the Dykes, we are trying to control the waters that would disrupt their lives in the future. So there is a good connection between that is linked the Dykes and the other intervention, the DRR intervention that we are trying to implement, and the development of people. As a family, as a households, they are supposed to progress socially, economically, but with the floods, they face a lot of challenges because whatever they have today, tomorrow, they might not have. They might be washed away by the running water, by the floods. So with the intervention that we are trying to put, that we are trying to implement, we are rest assured that we'll win the battle in the coming years, because I think Nsanje has been one of the districts. You cannot talk about disaster without mentioning Nsanje. So that's currently what we are doing. And we are not only working on our own, we are also engaging the communities. The idea is if we work together, there are some which as communities can also prevent, and there are some intervention that the government through the partners can also help them to safeguard their livelihood.
Indeed, these two practical disaster risk reduction tools, such as sand-dam rainwater harvesting under the areas of Traditional Authority Nsanje and Dykes under the areas of Traditional Authority Dengani in Nsanje District in Malawi, will continue to reduce the pain to vulnerable communities caused by extreme weather patterns.